Okay, so today we have Ride and Like a Daydream. So this is a video here too. I don't think I've ever reacted to a video from Ride, but here we are anyway. And it's been, I want to say, since last January when I last reacted to Ride. It's been a while anyway. And anyway, I was in the mood for them, and here we are. So let's get into this 3.5 minutes, talk about it after. I always enjoy coming back to Ride. I love their shoegaze sound, so let's go. Oh, my goodness. There it is. Ride and Like a Daydream. And I guess the video's not over yet. Hold the phone. Oh, there we go. Okay, a little something at the end, I guess. But anyway, Riding Like a Daydream. Like I said, this has been a minute since I last reacted to them, and I've missed them. What I love about Ride is what I love about a lot of shoegaze bands. I love that immersive, loud soundscape that these bands can create right in this particular point. I love the guitar distortion, the feedback, the obscured vocals in a way, the ethereal vocals too. And ethereal, I guess is another way to say that word, vocals. But anyway, and I love how in the song too, that dynamic of just how it starts off, and you talk about the refrain, how loud and boisterous and booming that is, and how the song starts off with a clashing of sounds, and then it goes right in to the guitar work. And the guitar work here from Andy Bell and Mark Gardner is just fantastic too, shimmering in a way, but also kind of rocking, because I don't know if I've ever I've ever heard the band sound this rocking, because I've listened to a few songs from them, but never anything like this. I don't think I've ever heard a song that was less than 4 minutes from them yet. So this song only being 3.5 minutes was a surprise to me. But just that I don't know, just that shift and change, and just how they played their instruments too. You look at the video, you watch Andy Bell especially. Or, I mean, any of them, really. Mark Gardner, too, obviously, and Steve. And I can't say Steve's last name, but Laws as well, and on drums, too. But, well, actually, not Laws, because he's going fucking nuts. But the rest of the band, though, on guitar and bass, their lackadaisical way of playing their instruments, looking down at their shoes. You talk about shoegaze, they're looking down at their shoes, I guess. But they're such great musicians. You get that from the video, from the music anyway, too. And I just love the jumping around from Andy and Steve, I do believe, too. And they all just seem like, again, they're kids here, but they are great musicians. And it looks like, though, they'd rather be anywhere else. They don't they don't want to be on stage in the video. That's the vibes we're giving off. And I guess that's the point, maybe, too. But yeah, it's just, you almost kind of forget, my goodness, they're playing that guitar, that guitar and bass so proficiently, though. But again, they just seem like they'd rather be anywhere else. The hairdos are great. The striped shirt that Mark Gardner's wearing, I don't know, it kind of fits in there. And I'm not even just talking about with the music being ahead of its time, but just their style of clothing too kind of is ahead of its time in a way of what you would see later on down the road with kind of, I guess, different indie bands and stuff like that, who I would imagine got a lot from Ride and bands of shoegaze. So anyway, yeah, these guys, in a way, also that comes to mind, yeah, they were kind of ahead of the time. But also to talk about Mark there, and just, not just his clothing, but his light, airy, atmospheric voice. And I mean, you could talk about that with the music as well, how airy and atmospheric it is too. But yeah, Mark's voice, and almost, looking at the lyrics, I thought he sang more than he did. I don't know why, but yeah, there's only really like two parts here. There's no chorus to the song either. I just like how kind of original everything is, and just how, I guess, how important, because these lyrics, even though I feel like it's all more about the feeling you get from the song and the music, how it makes you feel and how it makes you jump around, how it might be uplifting to you. But you look at these lyrics and some of these lines, I mean, it could be on a tombstone because they're just so beautiful and and introspective. But yeah, so the whimsical sound matches the whimsical lyrics too. But anyway, but just to talk about, yeah, I love the guitar work here. Again, the distortion, how big it is, how clashing everything kind of is, and again, just the whole point of how loud it can be. And then you go into the verses, and it kind of calms down. It becomes a little bit light and jangly, while Mark gives his beautiful voice, gets it going there with the verse, and then once he's done singing, we all come back in, and just gets kind of nutty again. And I do want to mention Laws on the on the drums here. Laws Colbert, I guess, not Colbert. I do believe it's Colbert, but anyway, Laws on the drums. He reached every inch of that drum set. Just watching him go and watching him play. I liked in the video at one point when the rest of the band sat in front of him on their guitars and bass, and he was behind there just going nuts. Like, I don't know, it just reminded me of, like, I don't know, I'm watching Keith Moon or something. Or, in that same vein, he just seemed like such a great drummer on this track, and he was all over the place, fast-paced, great fills, and in his pocket most of for the whole song, basically in his element, really. And yeah, and it's just, I don't know, he was the big takeaway for me watching the video. And even if I didn't watch the video and just listen to it, I would imagine I would take away that, Jesus Christ, Laws is going nuts on that drum set right now. So yeah, he was a big takeaway from the song. Not to take anything away from the rest of the band, but Laws was just going nuts here. And I love how, especially with his left hand, that how he kept banging over and over, up and down, but then of course his left hand was doing more than just that. But yeah, just how he's reaching around, he's going all, I don't know, almost looking like Animal on the drums there from freaking the Muppets. But anyway, that was fun. I really enjoyed that. And again, like I said, I like the dancing they were doing, and how I think it was Mark who left the frame at the end, and that's what I was kind of saying. The band almost looked like they'd rather be anywhere else, maybe except for Laws. But when they just left the frame, and like I said, Mark left it at the end, it was just kind of seemed like that's what they wanted to do the whole time. They got their performance done, and they said, okay, that's it, see you later, and we're gone. But I know it's all about the video, and that's the whole fucking point. But anyway, I just love their attitude, love their style. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And I love what these lyrics, to talk about them now. we're talking about life and love here. Two things that are huge in existing. Would you believe that? To a human, living is very important, and finding a love or whatever, finding somebody you want to be with for the rest of your life is important in a way too. Finding some kind of relationship too. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like before I get into the lyrics, he talks to this person where the first line, the way your hair hangs down, it hides your face. So some mystery, some intrigue to go off to start with these, again, introspective lyrics. But it's like he's going at this person like he goes at life. He's trying to find perfection. And it's almost like Mark here, whoever, I believe Mark penned the song, I want to say, or maybe Andy, I can't remember now, but either way, whoever penned it, I liked it a lot, but these lyrics are very, again, great. But the way he goes about this person is the way he goes about life, just always trying to find perfection, and he's trying to come to grips with the fact that perfection is unattainable. That's never going to happen. And he's got to, again, he's got to realize that. Again, it seems like he's having trouble with that whole thing, and by the end of it, I don't know if he's accepted that or not. Maybe he has, but anyway, I guess he has, because the last line. But anyway, let's get into this. So like I talked about, the first line starts off with some mystery, and then we go on. For you, it's perfect when it seems like such a waste. Again, it seems like this person he's talking about sees life differently, maybe sees life differently than him. It's perfect when it seems like such a waste, kind of finding that diamond in the rough or something, kind of a sense. And when I see you gliding past, I like that word, gliding past, not walking past or anything, gliding past. My goodness. Anyway, I make my plans, and then my plans slip through my fingers just like sand. And it's detailed again. You can kind of see that in your head, the imagery of this sand slipping through his fingers, like this perhaps almost a romantic partner that he wants, but he can't go up to them. And when you see these guys in the video, you might think, yeah, they look like they could be shy. And then, again, these lyrics match that. So, again, it seems like that's another missed opportunity at love there. And that's kind of his life story in life, too. These missed opportunities that have taken up his life. But anyway, we go on to this next part. And these lines here, like I said, these lines could be on a tombstone. These just so beautiful and detailed and, I don't know, whimsical. Anyway, let's get into it. I guess I might as well talk about them. I wish that life could be just like a photograph. One moment captured as you laugh, your perfect laugh. But that's a daydream that could never be so right. Things could never be so right. I can't talk. Anyway, of course, life is not a photograph. Life is moving. We can never just stop and smell the roses. I guess you can at some points, but life will never just stop and that would be it. You can't just live that moment forever. And that's the whole point of life. There's always going to be ups and downs. There's going to be responsibilities, nuances. People are going to die. You're going to die. All this stuff comes to mind, and you can't stop any of that. Life will never be just fine forever. You're going to have some kind of drama, and so that comes to mind too. But one moment captured as you laugh, your perfect laugh. Again, you wish you could capture this, watching them have their perfect laugh forever and ever. But again, that's never going to happen. But as he says, that's all just a daydream. And I love that word daydream that fits the band so well, because these guys are dreamy as hell. Not in looks, I guess, but just in their music. I mean, I'm not taking a slight against them, but Anyway, things could never be so right. And again, he seems to be kind of coming to grips with the fact that that perfect life and love he might be trying to find ain't happening. And it's never going to happen. That's not the point of life. Or love. There's so much more to think about than black and white. So yeah, the final line kind of sums everything up. And I love how in the video is black and white. And it does, I don't know if I said this already or not, because I did take a pause there, but it does kind of mention that, not mention that, but it reminds me, because in that black and white and the way they're on stage in front of some people, it's almost like, was this almost trying to come off like Nirvana's In Bloom, a parody of like when people were on the Ed Sullivan Show, whatever, like that kind of a thing. And so, I like how they're given like a performance and it's in black and white and almost harkens back to like the 50s and 60s. That's what came to my head anyway. But again, just the way these guys are dressed in the video, you could tell, yeah, it's the 90s here anyway. But and it's obviously is the 90s, because this came out in 1990. But anyway, there's so much more to life than black and white. And again, I love how that matches the video of being black and white. Because when I do think about this band, and if there wasn't a video that I was watching, and I was just listening to the song, without anything, what comes to mind is colors, is all these different things, all these big things, all these, again, talking about nuances and responsibilities and what happens in life. Life is more than just black and white. Being is more than just black and white. And again, that's something that it seems like the narrator here has finally realized in a way. And there's so much more to think about than just black and white. It's much more complex than he once maybe thought. So Anyway, I guess that's what I gotta say. You know, he's finally kind of waking up to reality in a way. But yeah, so like I said, the lyrics at first I'm like, do they really mean something? But of course, yeah, they do. You know, he's saying so much in those lyrics, but again, you get such a great feeling from this, from just the music, that you almost forget. Oh yeah, these lyrics are saying a lot too. So anyway, I guess that's all I'm gonna say. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all this stuff. Really appreciate all the support. I will see Andy Bell. I do believe he's going to be a part of the Oasis reunion this year now. I'm going to see them in August, so that'll be fun. But anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys again soon.